I don't mean to breeze over the thank yous, but I can see this going a little longer, so I very much appreciate you guys' time.
Just waste the 10 seconds.
My name is Matt Libby. I just spent 2 years as a SEAL on the East Coast, and now I'm the CEO of Fuego, which is a centralized travel application for businesses and retail travelers. So imagine yourself as the travel organizer, all right, for any kind of trip you've done where you have to herd the cats, right? It's a nightmare scenario for everybody. We all deal with it, but businesses also deal with it, and they have kind of antiquated solutions. So how I came up with this was my platoon and I, 16-man crew, absolutely crushed a very complex mission to include jumping out of an airplane, full-on assault, all this stuff, and it was a beautiful thing. A month later, we tried to go to Vail, Colorado, and the same 16 guys could not seem to get there with any kind of good timing, or I had to spend a lot of money. So what I wanted to do.
Don't fly Southwest.
Planes, trains, and automobiles kind of getting there. So what we decided, my team and I, was we wanted to create a system that mimicked the proven model that only SEAL teams do to create and execute complex missions. All right? There's nothing new. It's just a specific order and sort of focusing on different aspects of the who, what, where, when, why. So we created Fuego to kind of help, bridge those gaps of redundant tasks and communication. We were able to do this because my team is made up of some SEALs who are extremely good at creating or making complex missions seems very simple. And obviously we don't know a lot about business at the time or coding, so we brought in experts to help us with that part of it. So our sales funnel and our market is actually really good. We're focusing on the U.S. and we are going to go through travel businesses and retail travelers alike through the businesses. So they're going to attach themselves. It seems split, but it's not. Right now, the customer journey is extremely simple. So we're prototyping the web app, and we already have the beta mobile app done, which was the hard part. But it's going to attach the businesses directly to their customers with a very simple onboarding process and their affiliates. So there's no difficulty pulling people into an event and spreading the information and finances. So luckily, the solutions now aren't able to completely encapsulate the entire ecosystem transactionally. They basically have a CRM, an invoice system, and then they have to do everything else through emails. So what we're doing is we're kind of seamlessly connect everybody. Right now, so we have 600 beta users, which I only wanted 300, so we're kind of shutting that down as we fix everything. But we have 3 pilot businesses and a similar business sales funnel after that of 135 like businesses. So one of these businesses we actually created ourselves. It's actually very successful. It's a high-end, high-net-worth individual curated travel company, and we're learning all the pain points from there and our customers through customer service. So what we're looking for is to finish out this raise. We've already raised $500,000. We're looking for $1.4 million on a safe. We are also considering, we have a thing called a Dead President's Roadmap, where where our investors or whoever comes in, we will have a milestone system on the way through. We can show a diligent fee. We have a very lean model right now as well, and we're pretty excited about our plan going forward. So, thank you. I had to give Kaj back some of this time, so I said, thanks for that. I took some good. All right.
Question.
Yes.
So I think it's clear that the market is huge, but how do you customer acquisition costs and how do you make money?
So customer acquisition, we tested marketing through TikTok and different channels like that. It's really too early and it's very noisy. So we are focusing on sales for the businesses and helping spread that way. So my sales funnel is companies that I identify with personally as a customer. So hunting outfitters, adventure, travel, all that stuff. And I've created my network that way. And we're just taking those guys goes down one at a time. So it'll spread that way. And then, sorry, it's a SaaS model as well for the businesses. So for this first 135, we're kind of going to do about $1,200 a year as far as a licensing fee. And then every time somebody books through WeGo, it'll be a $25 service fee. Because these are typically extremely expensive. They're not just like a leisure travel thing, it's usually pretty expensive. And then down the road, we're going to start pulling in transactions, referral fees. So down the road, we're going to start capturing everything in that economy as we kind of grow.
Boy, we have a very quiet audience today. Don't anyone be scared to ask questions.
So if you go to businesses,
I'm big scary,
if
yeah.
the target is high-end businesses, like let's say Vail, Colorado, right? You went to there. Are you targeting every restaurant? Are you targeting the top restaurants or the top hotel or the top ski places?
So it's more like tour operators and destination management companies, travel agents, that kind of thing. So I'm talking about more on the expensive side of travel, not necessarily just like high net worth travel. So it'll be, there's a dove hunting lodge in Cordoba, Argentina that we're working with, and they do about 200,000 in their network, 200,000 visits a year for people. So we're gonna, we're attaching with them, we're helping them get more, people in more easily, and then just kind of going down that kind of path. So like tour operators, DMCs, travel agents.
So in that example, everybody who's on that trip together, they would see, what the plane flight is,
Yes.
what restaurants had already been booked, the time of each of the events.
Yes, and everything down to what people's dietary restrictions are, who, what, where, when, why, time, calendar, everything spread out. And then the thing that we are pulling from the SEAL teams is that every time there's a travel issue, you have to go back and email, call, tell everybody involved. This automatically distributes that information. And so everybody's on the same page. Yeah. Yes.
Is there like a group chat or communication feature
Yes.
built in?
That's what it's completely designed around. It automatically creates your group chat, and then all the pertinent information is inside that group chat. So there's no going back and saying, oh, what was the Wi-Fi passcode? What was the dates? What was this? It's all right there. So in the SEAL teams, everything's centralized around communication, and that's what we're doing here. So it's all focused on that.
Why do the travel agents want to work with you?
The travel agents' issue through our customer discovery is that their biggest beef is the fact that they have to email for 10 to 20 hours per week per trip. So they have to go in there and say, oh, what's your passport number, or what's this thing, what's that thing? It's just a back and forth thing. Now it's distributing automatically, so just getting rid of redundant tasks.
Does this enable you to split any costs that are typically shared?
Yes, it will be it's basically the first thing we came up with was we needed to empower the organizer of a friend group, and usually doing that you get there's a safety deposit, or like Airbnb is going to cost us much, and it's an upfront cost. So we did that, and now we're pushing that on businesses as well.
Time for one more question.
This is fully available to overlay onto other businesses and travel agents currently, correct?
No,
Or you're not taking it?
So the iOS app and Android app is out on the App Stores out in the wild, and then we are prototyping the web app right now. So it's all.
But you have enough on your beta, or do you want to take other travel agents in that are doing the high net worth?
Oh no, I'm ready to take everybody in. Yeah, I'm ready to get everybody on board. Because there are solutions we can help mitigate in the meantime as we go. Yeah.
Give it up!